I know my TV got a line on it. You hear this TV right here on the wall. We ain't took it down because it's mounted on the wall, man. You know, something happened, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's see what we can see, man. I just want somebody to watch this with me. Yeah, this is my YouTube channel thing today. Y'all want to watch a little TV with me about this migrant situation, bro? It's deep, and they show something on here that's real deep, man. And I had thought about it. I had to get my popcorn and everything. You know, I got my popcorn. Go get your popcorn, bro. We get started. This shit like a movie, a good 10-minute movie. You know what I'm saying? Like a good 10-minute movie. This shit is interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I hope my little white line right there don't bother y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can still tell what's going on. I would do a picture-in-picture on it, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I ain't figured all that out yet. You know what I'm saying? Last time I did it, it was so many dimensions of my live stream. I didn't know what was going on. But anyway, this, as you see, the title say, you know what I'm saying, New York City migrants refuse to leave hotels and claim to have a right to luxury. That's deep. They ain't playing, dude. They said, that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't staying in them tents that they done put up there. They ain't not gonna live in them. They said they not gonna stay in those places that, you know what I'm saying, they done, you know, they said it's too far away from the kids, from the children. So with no further ado, you know what I'm saying, I'd like to welcome you to the Tony 918 Hustler channel. And you know what I'm saying, we just do all kind of different content on here, you know what I'm saying. And as far as this video go, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna say, I just want to watch it, and that's it. I ain't got nothing bad to say about, you know, whether it's you know, whether they do or whether they don't. We just want to watch and see what they say on the news. All right. So let's check it out. And I hope that pick up pretty good. Alexa, unlock the front door.
The opening of the new migrant shelter at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn did not go as smoothly as some officials had hoped.
Several migrant families that were bused to the facility refused to stay there. They got right back on the bus. What's going on? How is this possible?
The migrant crisis in New York City taking another turn tonight. Families, some with children, arrived by bus at the massive shelter at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn earlier today, but most of those families didn't like what they saw and refused to stay there.
So we know that the city of New York is a sanctuary city that invited migrants to come and didn't believe they would actually come. But unfortunately for New York, they came, and they came in mass. So, what's been going on in New York? Well, it seems like New York is trying to solve the problem of the migrant crisis by creating tent cities and temporary housing for migrants, because there's essentially no more room. Now, New York was already a crowded place before you got 65,000 new migrants in, but now it became even crowded. Remember, New York already has 8 million people. Just so we can get a full idea of what's actually going on in New York City with the migrant crisis, this is where we're at right now.
Some migrants who come to New York City are sleeping on floors in these waiting areas because New York has run out of beds in homeless shelters. Since early last year, tens and tens of thousands of migrants from the southern border have been coming in to New York City. New York City is the only big city in the country that has a rule that if anyone is homeless and they ask for a bed, you have to give them a bed. Most of the migrants end up homeless when they get to New York because they don't have money and they can't work legally. The city is now, as of October, housing about 65,000 migrants. This video was filmed by a migrant from Venezuela. As reporters, we can't go inside these places. They're off limits. Some of the migrants, by the time they get to this waiting center, they've been kind of given the runaround from one city office to another. They're just looking to find a place to sleep. And some of them are saying it's like the government is just trying to exhaust you so that you give up. In some ways, the city owns up to that. It says, we want people to leave. they opened this reticketing office. When your time is up at a shelter, they send you to the reticketing office and they offer to give you a ticket, they say anywhere in the world, because it's so expensive to keep taking care of these people that it's cheaper just to fly them somewhere else. It's November now, it's getting cold, it's going to get a lot colder. City officials have been talking lately about issuing migrants tents and sleeping bags and setting up sort of a camping area where people can sleep outside. Advocates for the migrants say that this is completely against the rules, that the city has to offer a bed to everybody, but the mayor is saying, we're sorry, we can't do it anymore.
Okay, so that's what's going on with the migrants in New York right now. But I want to take you back a little bit. See, this is a clip of a CNN journalist who was embedded with migrants traveling up through Central America.
Man, look at this.
So these are the conditions that they were used to before they got to New York. Check this out.
They only walk when they're told to. The stories here are many, but there is only one goal: America. And the dream is just that, a reverie of hope, of conviction that they will be the ones to make it over danger, disease, dehydration, deportation. About this number every day, every year, almost doubling. The Darien Gap is the only land corridor from South America where entry is easier to its north, where it's not. There are no roads, only 66 miles of treacherous jungle from Colombia to Panama and onwards north, 3,000 miles to the US border. We walked the entire route of the Darien Gap over 5 days in February to document the suffering endured by people milked for cash by cartels, unwanted by any country.
Now look at this, man. I often wondered about this part where when it get dark, you know, ain't no street lights. They somewhere where there ain't no street lights. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is deep, man. This is like real deep. And how far these people is walking to America and what they going through to get here. Now look how they living. This is what they done been through before they reached the border.
At Tres Bocas that night, the tents are pitched close together. Word of the thieves has spread. Plastic provides fuel, almost catching the jungle itself, choking the air. Talk is of food, the lack of it. There should be 4 hours from the boats to the rest of Panama and its roads, but the dry season has exposed the riverbed and it could be a lot longer.
So that's what the migrants have went through. That's where they're coming from, sleeping in the jungle, on the floor with robbers, burning plastic, insanity. There's no bathroom out there, right? Everywhere's the bathroom. So this is what the city offered them, because remember, they came to the United States with no money, no nothing, just please come take care of us. We want asylum. So this is what the city offered.
Floyd Bennett Field will be for newly arrived migrant families who will have 60 days to find other accommodations. It features a 24/7 cafeteria, along with fully plumbed trailer-style bathrooms and shower facilities. The city says this was built out of fire-resistant material, and the plugs in each individual room have breakers.
Inside there are makeshift rooms, one for each family. There are shower trailers that people will have to walk to, an intake center in a cafeteria that's open 24/7.
So now you're coming out to jungle Central America. You get to New York, they say, we got a place for you to stay temporarily, right? It has clean water, bathrooms, a cafeteria. We're going to feed you. Matter of fact, we're going to give you a cubicle, and in that spot, you're going to have your own electricity. Don't worry. And we're going to transport you to and from where you need to go every day. So this is what the migrants did to the great people of New York who opened up this facility and spent $20 million on it. This is what the migrants thought about.
Confusion and frustration at New York's newest emergency migrant shelter after a group of migrant families refused to stay in the makeshift tent city that's set up to house 500 families. the latest effort to alleviate the ongoing migrant crisis in New York City.
It's not a place where you put women and children.
Over the weekend, as one of the city buses dropped off families, NBC New York capturing the moment some turned around, refusing to stay. This family saying the Brooklyn shelter is just too far from their children's school, miles away.
These individuals who decided to leave, people criticizing them for not wanting to stay there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that people took one look at the setup and decided that it would not work for their family.
A spokesperson for Mayor Eric Adams saying in a statement, quote, "We have used every possible corner of New York City and are quite simply out of good options to shelter migrants."
Okay, I want to take you back about 9 months ago when the migrants had to leave New York City hotels because New York City, because they were a sanctuary city, were putting migrants up in hotels in the middle of Manhattan, right in grade A New York. But then, obviously, that became expensive and they couldn't do it. So they had to send them to shelters. And when they started sending migrants to shelters, this is what happened.
Check out what happened in New York City last night.
We're so grateful to be able to provide a ceremony that brings us together no matter where we are around the globe.
Okay, protests broke out when dozens of people refused to leave the Watson Hotel in Midtown Manhattan. The city is kicking them out and relocating them to the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal. Mayor Eric Adams has ordered construction of a temporary emergency shelter there for people who are in this country trying to stay here after crossing our southern border. Some of them told reporters conditions will be inhumane and there won't be enough food for them. So they want to leave the high-dollar hotel and go to a structure that the mayor is going to build for them. Brian.
It's outrageous. Jessica, the city wants to move some asylum seekers from the Watson Hotel to a new shelter at the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal in Red Hook. Many of the men gathered behind me are saying they won't leave. The MTA is sending buses here. Migrants gathered outside the hotel are saying they won't board them. They say they're concerned about conditions at the new shelter. They say there's not enough space. They don't want to stay in Red Hook, and they're concerned they'll be cold there. Some asylum seekers got on with their belongings while other migrants shouted for them to stay. Earlier this month, Mayor Eric Adams announced a plan to move single men from the Watson Hotel to a heated shelter at the cruise terminal. These migrants are protesting that plan here alongside immigrant rights advocates.
The Hotel Watson told them to get on buses at 7:30 this morning to go to the Red Hook Cruise Terminal, where the conditions are as bad or worse than at the Randall's Island refugee camp that was open a few months ago. And the men came immediately back and warned the other residents of the hotel and told them not to get on these buses.
Now, some of these migrants have been crowding around the door trying to get back into the Watson Hotel, but the hotel is not letting everyone back in at the moment.
So now we have this unique situation where you have these migrants allegedly desperate for accommodations, coming here looking for a new life, no money, no nothing, and now are refusing any help if it's not 4-star hotels in the middle of Manhattan and one of the richest neighborhoods in New York City, right? How do we get here? I understand that these accommodations aren't, high-class 5-star hotels, but what do you expect New York City to do? We just don't have the money for stuff like this. This is ridiculous. And the nerve of these people to cross the border illegally, come to a place and demand that they be taken care of with the top possible stuff and the most money spent on them. Who the hell do they think they are? And then if you say something like they should go back to their country, you're the racist. Tell me where I'm wrong in the comment section, because this is a disgrace. And don't get me wrong. I understand people want to come here for a better life, but you do so legally. And if you do so illegally, and then come here and then demand that you be treated better than the citizens who are here. There are homeless New York citizens there that aren't being put in 4-star hotels. So why should they be treated better than them? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to all the great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Hey.
All right. Now, at the end, he said, what do you think? Like, what do you think about it, man? Like, man, I think that it's an undoing happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, some real serious going on and undoing in America. You know what I'm saying? There's something that's been like they said, it's turned New York City. It's gonna break New York City down. But it ain't just New York City. It's in Chicago. It's in Detroit. It's in so many. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's in Denver. It's so many different places. You know what I'm saying? In DC and everywhere, man. Did you see that massive crowd of people that they said that they showed coming and what kind of conditions they got to go through at night, or they got to pitch a tent in the jungle? They walking from a great long distance. So when they sit up and say they have a right to luxury, and while people are saying, heard they say, oh, they crossing our borders illegally. Go tell that to Joe Biden. He didn't tell them that they couldn't come here. He said, get here. I watched that shit. They can hide it all they want to. They can try to bury it in the dirt. They can try to bury it somewhere where you can't find it, where he said, but I watched that shit. And he told them people in his first 100 days of president-elect, not only did he tell them to get here, but they was reporting on the news that Joe Biden said he was going to give $1 million per migrant family. Now, sit up there, and God is a witness to all things. Now, you ain't going to sit up there and lie and say they didn't say that. That. You know what I'm saying? You see all them people coming? They heard that. I'm pretty sure just because they're not speaking English, that is somewhere in their mind that they know that was on a news report. Now, whatever they said after they left walking is irrelevant. You shouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? They don't have once they start walking and they got that long journey ahead, shit. They not probably listening to no radios or, you know what I'm saying, looking at no news. They ain't got no Wi-Fi to go looking at to say, oh, America done changed their mind. Oh, America don't have enough money. Oh, America ain't got enough space. Oh, America ain't got enough resources for all y'all. Now, if I'm lying, if anybody watch, they think I'm lying. Okay, we'll go back and find them all this shit from the you know what I'm saying, all the way from the debate before Joe Biden got elected, when Donald, you know what I'm saying, take it back to when Donald Trump was still president and they hadn't voted him out yet, and watch everything on up until now, and you gonna see. They didn't say nothing about you had to meet no special requirements to come here. Joe Biden, the president himself, said, get here. That's what he said. And I'm sure when he said that and they heard that and shit, motherfuckers dropped what they was doing at that time and started packing their little bag and their kids and shit. And like, how are we gonna get there? Shit, it's enough of us to walk. Man, that's a long ways to walk to get here. And then now they say they have a right to luxury after what they done been through. Yeah, they won't fight. And then whoever, I said, everybody you know what I'm saying, it ain't just Joe Biden's fault. Your vote count. Your vote count for the president when you vote. Now, what would things would have been like? I ain't saying you had to vote for Donald Trump, but what would it have been like if you just didn't vote, period? I mean, you claim you never get, black people claim they don't get shit for voting anyway, so why vote? If you're going to sit up every time, we don't get nothing, we only get this and that. I said, I see it like this. It don't seem like you get nothing because our people just kill each other back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We a minority. We not no majority of people, man. They don't give no whole bunch to a little small group of people. Man, our race of people is almost damn near to extinction The way they out here killing each other. Men killing women, men killing men, women. You know what I'm saying? That's all you see on the news. That's all you see on YouTube. There's a bunch of dudes on here going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Nothing good. It ain't nothing good going on with our people. You know what I'm saying? Get on the YouTube and look it up and see. What is it I miss? Everybody on there want to be beefing. Everybody on there want to live in the worst neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? This is black people stuff. That's just black people stuff by itself. You can look on there and see how many black people just not even paying no attention to this. It's only a few of us that's looking at this shit. Look at the dude. Go look at them dudes in California. This shit, they ain't worried about nothing like this. I said, because shit, you look at the news in LA at night and see what's going on in LA. Every night. And been going on like that ever since when? How long? Since the 80s or before the 80s. It ain't never stopped. All the way up to this present day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And Chicago. Look at what's been going on in Chicago with our own race of people. Nobody else. Just look at the history of our people and the conduct. They ain't got worried about this. I'm not even worried about it. I said, I'm excited. I'm like, get here, Mike. Get here, migrants. I hope all of them get in here. I said, this is interesting. I'm not scared. I said, shit, we always been poor. Poor. I ain't rich, nowhere close. And I'm not unhappy. Shit, I don't care about them migrants coming up in here and shit and talking about they ain't got no money and no place to stay and none of that. I said, shit, it's still interesting to me because, you know what I'm saying, how you gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's interesting to see how we gonna figure this out. What's the plan? They know damn well them people ain't coming here illegally because if it was illegal, they wouldn't have let them in. And they wouldn't be trying to find somewhere to put them. Simple as that. You ain't gonna just let nobody in here illegally. If it's illegal, if they crossing illegally, then why you letting them in? And why you trying to find a place for them to stay? Why did you spend all that millions and billions of dollars that you have spent already and it just ain't even helping? Just wasted a whole bunch of damn money because there's so many damn empty ass houses all across America that's not being lived in. And one thing you fail not to understand is them damn people know how to improvise. They know how to fix shit they damn self. They ain't come over here with no skills. You hire them to go work and do construction. So if you just say, here's a house, make it a home, I guarantee you they got enough sense to know how to fix what's wrong with it. But see, here in America, they want to, you know what I'm saying, they so damn stingy. They you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, it just seems dumb, don't it? Well, you willing to go spend all that money for temporary housing. Millions and millions and millions of dollars for temporary housing for these people. And still ain't just got them know, say, here's a house, bam, in the community, the family. We're going to take care of all the families first. Women and children, men, women, and children that's got a family. Here's a house for y'all, boom. I know people going to get mad and say, oh, they ain't got to live there free. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, here's a house. You know, make it a home. You know what I'm saying? If you give a family, to put a family in a house, say, here, they giving out work permits. Here's a work permit. Find you a job. Here's the person that owns this house, the people, they're going to expect their money, they rent. That's your start. I mean, it's too many ways to do that. But the thing about it is that it's so many people coming here, man. All them damn people ain't just packed up and start leaving their country and start coming here for no damn reason. They know if you just say the exact words Joe Biden said, that means wherever they heard that in the world, if they felt like, damn, the American dream. I said, boy, but little did they know the American dream is nothing more than a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare, man. It's not not like a good dream. See, that's the thing you got to listen to. The American dream, it didn't say it was a good dream. It don't tell you what kind of dream it is. It just said the American dream. You just got it in your head that it means a better life. know what I'm saying? That's not what it means. A dream could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Just having a dream, they ain't telling you what kind of dream it is. They say the American dream. Don't nothing come after that. People be adding their own shit to that. There's somebody else is saying oh, I'm living the dream. That's supposed to mean you living the good life or something. I don't know. I've been living in America all my life, and I know who my family is and shit. And I said, and you know what I'm saying? You know, motherfuckers is just deceive themselves and shit. I mean, I'm not complaining about living here in America, but at the same time, you know, being considered to be a black person, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit up and try to tell me about no fucking fake ass shit. Like I don't know what's going on here. But I ain't tripping. I said if many migrants come here, it's cool. I'm already living around. It's nothing but people from Mexico or Venezuela, wherever they from here. I meet all kind of people around here in this area. People from Jamaica, people from all parts, everywhere. Mostly Hispanics, though. Majority of Hispanics. Right next door, when I go right if I go outside, it's Hispanics live next door to me. Next door to them is Hispanic people live next door to them. You know what I'm saying? All up and through here, all up in here, all around here. It's migrants, like people that from another country. They wasn't born and raised here in America, like me. And they don't speak no English, most of them. I ain't really met one that speak English, not one that speak English over here. But I know how to communicate with them. All I need to tell them is they're not talkative people anyway, so really ain't no conversation to have. They have a conversation with each other, but they just like us. Not all of them know each other. You know what I'm saying? They different family just because they Spanish is Hispanic. They might not know them people, even though they speak Spanish, but they don't know them. Just like I speak English. I know I see other people that speak English, but I don't know them. It's the same for them. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that speaks Spanish know each other. And they aren't always willing on like that don't mean that they on their side about stuff either. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's been living here for a long time and see this migration happening. They might feel like, you know what I'm saying, they don't want it to happen either. But I think it's God's will. You know what I'm saying, for that shit, for this happen. I think this is something that's part of God's plan, the Almighty's plan, the reason why it's happening the way it's happening. Because don't nothing happen on earth without his knowledge of it. He know about it. And if it wasn't his will, it wouldn't be happening. It's like a whole lot of other stuff. Or, you know what I'm saying, either it's just his will that he give us a limited amount of free will to see what we gonna do with it and how we gonna behave, what our conduct gonna be like, and how we gonna treat other people. So that's my take on this situation. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't got no hatred in my heart about nothing. And, you know, I might not know what to do as far as telling them where to go, you know, how to get things organized here in this country, but I know one damn thing. I said it's exciting to me to see all them people coming here from another country and shit, because I'm not scared of people and I don't have no fear of none of them. So when I see them out there, you know what I'm saying, you see me out rolling around, I ain't scared that now one of them gonna do nothing to me. I'm gonna be out there socializing if I have to with them and talking to people, you know what I'm saying, trying to make a connection instead of going around trying to look at them. If I'm gonna be trying to make that connection. Like, what's up? I said they got a lot of beautiful women in they Spanish women. I see them all around here, and they always smiling. You know what I'm saying? People always smiling and waving and shit. I'll be sitting out on the porch like, what's up? And then someone come through here, they might be that came from California, you know what I'm saying? They wearing them LA hats and you know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying, you could tell they from been living in California and shit. And they left California, be here, and they be stopping and talk to me because a lot of people might think I'm from LA, but I'm not. But I sit up and have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Even though we don't speak the language, but I still know how to, you know what I'm saying? I understand, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. It ain't just Spanish. It's a lot of people that you would think, you probably see people gonna say, oh, they black people, but they don't speak no English though. They not American. A lot of them here too. And you don't really see them doing nothing with them, as you can see. The only time they show them is on the sidewalk, still banged up, crowded together. They not moving them around and shuffling them around. It's only the Spanish people. They not touching them darker skinned people. They just got them sitting on the side of the road like a pile of shit. They ain't doing nothing for them. They ain't that I can see. None of it. Not nothing. They didn't show none of them in no 5-star hotel. They didn't show none of them in a 4-star hotel. They didn't show none of them in a 1-star hotel. Nigga, they been on that damn sidewalk since they got here. The ones with their little nappy hair and shit and the dark skin, they not, you know what I'm saying, not even the mayor even fooling with them. You know what I'm saying? Not even black people fooling with them. You know what I'm saying? They just here looking lost and don't know what to do. They not getting interviewed. They just show them over there like a bunch of slaves from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They not being bothered with at all. They not getting interviewed. They not getting asked no questions. At least you see them asking them other Hispanic people, you know, questions and shit. They ain't asking them dark-skinned people nothing. Not shit. Did you just see it? Did you see them ask them anything? They showed them though, but they didn't ask them no questions. Cause they don't give a shit. If them Hispanic people feel like they being treated bad, just imagine how them damn darker skinned people feel. They can't even say nothing in front of the camera. Won't nobody even go stick a microphone in their face and ask them how they feel about nothing. Just watched it. They gotta do you know how many damn videos they got on here about the migrants? On none of them. You know what I'm saying? They might have maybe one time somewhere buried down in there. You have to search real hard to find that somewhere in there where they might have asked somebody of it that's Nazis, or maybe they was darker skinned and they was from Venezuela or somewhere, because they got, you know, them people they got darker skinned people over there. They not racist like over here in America. They don't look at skin color like that. They just go by, can they understand you, or, you know, can they understand what you're saying or not? They don't care about what you look like. And they damn sure don't care about if you rich or poor. I know this for a fact. They people that struggle and strive to improvise and adapt. As you can see, they struggling, they striving to get here, and they improvise and trying to adapt to a new environment. I see this. But you know what I'm saying? I'm an educated brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm very educated beyond a whole lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, man, you know, this is interesting. And I'm not mad that the migrants is coming into this country. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it as them coming here illegally like they saying. Yeah, they say it is, but you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I think anybody that heard what Joe Biden said, if you lived in another country and you always dreamed of coming to America, I said they'd have thought, well, shit, this is my opportunity. This is my chance. I'm not going to miss it. I don't give a damn if I got to toenail it all the way to this motherfucker. So that's what they doing. Yeah, Pat and Turner, all the way here. 3,000, 4,000, 30,000, 100,000 miles, 1,000,000 miles away. They don't give a damn. They on their way. Swimming, diving in, you know what I'm saying? Carrying each other on their shoulders and shit. You know what I'm saying? Giving each other a boost up on high shit. Reach up, pull me up. You know what I'm saying? They doing it all, bro. camping in the fucking darkness and shit, don't know what's creeping out there. While motherfuckers out here over here talking about it, aliens and strange shit they done caught on webcams and booger monsters and goddamn all kind of thrillers out there, you know what I'm saying? That'll get your ass. That's what they've been trying to tell us. But these people showing us otherwise. They out there in them woods, out there in them darknesses and shit with tents. You don't know what they done seen. Maybe they done seen some of them creepy looking things they say in America they done caught on trail cams, and maybe they didn't encounter some of them Bigfoots out there and Sasquatches and shit that America claim is so real, and they always looking for the big ass aliens and shit with them fucking huge eyes and shit, you know what I'm saying? That you never know. But they out there, dude. They out there in that damn wilderness in the pitch black dark where ain't no fucking street lights, ain't no streets. You know what I'm saying? And they got to pitch a tent because they've been walking since sun up to sundown. Time like, damn, we gotta time like, damn, we gotta rest. But here we are right here. And this look like a dangerous ass area to have to pitch a tent in. Motherfuckers gonna have to stay up, watch. There's so many damn people camping. You really can't be scared because you got so much company. But anyway, man, I just wanted somebody, see if anybody might be interested in that, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, it's interesting. It's really interesting. And it's exciting to see it happening. Because they said that big, massive crowd of people they showed on there, they said it's one of those coming every day, every month, every week, every month, every year from now on. That's what's coming to America. This is what they have caused here. So all I can see what's going to happen is the way, America is already kooky than a motherfucker. Y'all motherfuckers better be careful because their solution might just be to drop a bomb. I ain't bullshit. These motherfuckers here is crazy and racist to the motherfucker. All these motherfuckers, they might just say, fuck it. You ain't got to worry about the motherfucking Russia and China and Korea, none of them motherfuckers, nigga. You have to worry about your own damn government because they would, you know what I'm saying? They all about money, you know what I'm saying? And them motherfuckers can't imagine having to live the way other people live. And before they do that, you can best believe they'll be done killed up, like they done already done, be done killed a whole bunch of motherfucking people. But I don't care about that though. You know what I'm saying? They could drop a fucking bomb. Because I already know I'm one that know, you know what I'm saying? My return is to the Lord after this. We going to judgment. You know what I'm saying? And if they want to hasten it on and rush it, then that's on them. Go on and be hasty. You know what I'm saying? Go on and be hasty and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Look what you done already caused. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's my stream right now for now. You know what I'm saying? This is Tony 918 Hustler. And, if you got it in your heart, any goodness or kindness or not, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I would do the same if you know what I'm saying? I always, you know what I'm saying? I would do the same, you know what I'm saying? If I catch you on there. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just want to do this video, man, because it's real interesting. But something to watch on TV. So y'all have a beautiful day, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening, and all that other good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And be safe. You know what I'm saying? And avoid trouble if you can. Peace.